thank you for joining us today to learn more about how mindfulness can help with tinnitus management. As Fabrice said, my name is Michael Piscos. I'm a tinnitus specialist who's worked in the hearing healthcare industry for about 25 years now. And I've been involved in a variety of tinnitus projects, which has delivered solutions over the years that have helped thousands of people. So my hope today is that you walk away with a little bit more information and a little bit more knowledge as you move forward in your journey to finding tinnitus relief. If you do want to find out more, you can always check out the website at hearingpower.co. And I want to get started by talking about the agenda of today. I always like to start off with an agenda so everybody knows kind of the direction that we're going to go in and the topics that we're going to discuss. First, we're going to talk about what is mindfulness, just a very basic definition of what mindfulness practice actually is. We'll spend a little bit of time talking about the differences between mindfulness and meditation, although they are very similar. We'll go into why is mindfulness important and how can mindfulness help with tinnitus management. And then lastly, we'll talk about the solutions that Tinnibot offers in the mindfulness arena. So to start off, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a practice that involves bringing one's attention to the present moment, intentionally without judgment. What do we mean by that? It means by being fully engaged in our own experiences, being aware of our thoughts, being aware of our feelings, being aware of our bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. So think about the environment you're in right now. Many of you might be sitting at a desk with a computer. Some of you might have headphones on. Some of you might have a busy household at the moment. Some of you, I have a fan on in my room, for example, so I can feel the wind blowing at me, and I can also hear the fan. But also pay attention to your body, how you're feeling, how you're positioned in the chair that you're sitting in right now. Is your posture in good form? It's paying attention to things like that. And we're going to talk a little bit more throughout this presentation on other ways to engage in the present moment with mindfulness. What is the difference between mindfulness and meditation? And I don't think it's so important to get caught up in the differences between the two, because ultimately they are very similar and both can benefit you. They're both good practices for tinnitus management and just overall wellness. But to give you a little bit more better understanding of the differences between the two, mindfulness is a state of mind characterized by that present moment awareness that we just talked about. Now, in that image on the screen, I know some of those circles are a little small, but what you're seeing in that circle is self-awareness can lead to greater emotional balance. It can lead to greater social awareness. It can lead to greater relationship management, and that leads to greater self-awareness. So these are just some elements of the state of mind of mindfulness. There are other things as well, like we talked about. There's physical balance, being aware of our bodily sensations, being aware of the foods we put in our mouth, being aware of the breathing that we're doing at any given point in time. So again, mindfulness is a state of mind, whereas meditation is more of a dedicated practice to help bring together those specific qualities of the mind and to help deepen awareness. So again, mindfulness is more of a state of mind. Meditation is more of a dedicated practice. And like I said earlier, mindfulness can be a part of meditation. In fact, meditation can also be a part of mindfulness. But meditation is typically more of a dedicated practice in and of itself. Again, it's not so important to know the differences between the two, but to understand that they are similar and both can be helpful and benefit you in finding tinnitus relief. Why is mindfulness important? We talked about some of the benefits before, about some of the emotional balance, the self-awareness, and things like that. But it also has numerous benefits for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Some of the benefits can help reduce stress and anxiety. oftentimes symptoms that come with tinnitus, and we'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. It can improve mental health, providing us better mental balance, increased self-awareness. It allows us to pay attention to the things we like about ourselves, the things we think we do well, but it also allows us to be honest with ourselves and be aware of the things that we might want to improve upon. It also can enhance concentration and focus, which are elements of productivity. So it can allow us to be more productive at both work and in life in general, and the things that we enjoy doing. It can improve relationships by providing that emotional balance and that emotional well-being. It can provide physical well-being, paying attention to how our body is feeling at any given moment, which may allow us to address certain ailments, but it also has to do with exercise and things like that as well. And all of these add up to improve our overall well-being and our happiness. That is the ultimate goal of practicing mindfulness. It's to improve our overall well-being and our quality of life. I mentioned earlier that stress and anxiety are common symptoms of tinnitus, but it's important to note that the relationship between tinnitus and stress is bidirectional. And what I mean by that is, although tinnitus can affect our stress and anxiety levels, our stress and anxiety levels can also affect our tinnitus. Some of you may notice that when you're feeling stressed or anxious, your tinnitus might get louder. Your tinnitus might get more annoying. Your tinnitus might change and force you to pay more attention to it. This is an example of how this relationship is bidirectional. So it's important when you're managing your tinnitus that you also find ways to manage your stress and anxiety. So how are actual ways mindfulness can help with tinnitus? Things that occur in our daily lives? Well, relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques are a great exercise to use to achieve mindfulness. Relaxation techniques can include deep breathing exercises, meditation, as we discussed earlier, and being mindful of your bodily sensations, paying attention to your body intentionally. Exercise regularly. Exercise allows us to put energy into our body rather than our minds. And our thoughts about tinnitus and how we experience our tinnitus is in our mind. So we oftentimes want to expel that energy that's stuck in our minds, focusing on the tinnitus, and we can expel that through physical activity and exercising regularly. And this can improve our overall health and our overall well-being. Sleep quality is another way mindfulness can help with tinnitus. Some of you on this call may have trouble falling asleep because of your tinnitus. That is not an uncommon behavior amongst people struggling with tinnitus. In fact, it's one of the more common symptoms of people experiencing tinnitus. And practicing mindfulness in our daily lives can help reduce those feelings of stress, anxiety, fatigue, which can in turn help improve our sleep quality. But at the same time, the better sleep we get, it allows us to be more mindful throughout the day. So similar to stress and anxiety, sleep quality is also a bidirectional relationship with tinnitus. The better, or with mindfulness, excuse me, the better sleep quality we get, the more mindful it allows us to be. But at the same time, being more mindful throughout the day can also improve our sleep quality. And then lastly, healthy diet. Being mindful and intentional with the foods that we put into our bodies can help improve our overall health and well-being as well. So all of these techniques are important to incorporate into our daily routines to help us practice mindfulness and find relief from tinnitus. So we just discussed one particular type of relaxation technique, which is deep breathing exercises. So I'd like to spend the next few minutes doing an exercise, a mindfulness guided exercises with the group today that focuses on deep breathing. And there are deep breathing features inside the Tinnibot app that you can utilize as well if this is a practice that you think is helpful. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But what I would like everybody to do is be aware of where you are sitting in your seat. I want you to get comfortable. I want you to get yourself in good posture, sitting upright. And like I said, I want you to feel comfortable, and I want you to feel in a space that allows you to feel calm and relax. And what I'd like everybody to do is I'd like everybody to take a slow, deep breath in. We'll count to 3 while we do it. And then I want everyone to slowly exhale to the count of 3. And we're going to repeat that a couple of times. And this is an example of a deep breathing exercise that can easily be done a few times throughout the day. Okay. So let's everybody take a deep breath in and count to 3. And let's exhale on the count of 3 as well. Let's take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's do it one more time. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now that's just a small sample size of a deep breathing exercise. Hopefully some of you felt some immediate effect of some relaxation and calm taking over your body. More importantly, hopefully you were very aware of the deep breath you were taking in and aware of letting that breath out. Being intentional about your breathing is practicing mindfulness. So this is a good exercise that you can easily implement into your daily routine. And like I said, inside the Tinnibot app, which is the app that you can download for free on the App Store for Apple or Google Play for Android-based phones, you'll find a collection of different mindfulness exercises and soundscapes that can be used to customize to help you manage your tinnitus throughout the day. So you can see here in some of the images on the screen that within any given soundscape, you can see those 5 slider bars. Those slider bars allow you to adjust the different sounds within a different soundscape. So for example, if you wanted to hear the pink noise louder than the drops, you have the ability to do that. So you can create these really customized soundscapes that'll help you manage your tinnitus throughout the day and help you relax. In addition, you'll also find a library of different mindfulness exercises, similar exercises to what we just did, that will guide you through these mindfulness journeys and allow you to focus on being present in the moment and being aware of yourself. Another option that we offer through the Tinnibot platform is if you're someone who feels you require a little bit more consultation, or you'd simply want to discuss what you're going through as it pertains to your tinnitus in more detail, you do have the ability to schedule a free call with a tinnitus expert who will book a session with you and discuss how your tinnitus is affecting you, things you have tried in the past, and what solutions might be best for you moving forward. This scheduling is available both in the app and on the website if that's of interest to you. Tinnibot also offers the option of an ear-level sound generator, which allows to provide soothing sounds to help with your tinnitus. And this is another form of sound therapy, similar to the soundscapes within the app. We recommend a consultation with one of our tinnitus specialists to help you choose the right model based on your needs and to see if you're a candidate for an ear-level sound generator. The great thing about the Tinnibot platform is we have different solutions for different needs. There's the app, which is more of your self-guided tool. We've got the consultation with a tinnitus professional if you feel you need to talk to someone a little bit more about your tinnitus. And we have more advanced sound therapy using an ear-level sound generator if that's something that you might require for your tinnitus management. I think it's important to say that although there is no current cure for tinnitus, there are tinnitus management strategies and techniques that help many people find relief. And practicing mindfulness is a great next step in your tinnitus journey. As we talked about today, there are lots of different techniques and strategies that have to do with mindfulness that can help you find relief from your tinnitus and help you manage it throughout the day. With that said, I want to thank you guys for your time today. And I also want to talk that in honor of all those who've served, Tinnibot is offering a Memorial Day special of 50% off the Tinnibot yearly membership. If you're interested, you can scan either one of those QR codes, depending on which phone you have, and that will prompt you to a screen that will ask you for a referral code. Within that screen, you can type the referral code you see here, which is 50 off, and that will give you a discount on your yearly membership to Tinnibot to help you get started on working on these mindfulness exercises.